Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and I appreciate you taking the time to visit, check out my video. And we're back here in Coach Dave Sprint GT3 series here in low fuel motorsports. And I am in the Audi EVO2 sprint race here, of course. And I have to first, before we even get started, I have to apologize. So I'm sorry that I had to set up for this car here at this track, and I guess it wasn't that great. So I am testing this new one out, see if we can do better, and the best way to test it out is in a race. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully it'll be decent.
Green light, give it all you can.
Kind of nervous as I'm in the middle of the field.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I knew that was going to happen. Oh my goodness, it's 4 wide behind me.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Qualified like in the middle of the field. That was good. Complaints he couldn't hold it full throttle through these fast corners. So, see if that's better now. Good night.
Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
We're up to 11th. I'd have to say some really good driving so far. Everybody is, I mean, you know, a few little bumps and this and that, but I think a lot of people are being a lot more aware, or just maybe dialing it down a teeny bit. But I see a lot better driving. from there with very little issue.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Wide open through Rouge. Tires, hopefully they'll come up a little bit as I, get some more pace. Lexuses are monsters down the straightaway, that's for sure.
Well done, mate. Personal best. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Dang it! Cost me time. I can't even run a good lap time because I'm just tripping over other people and trying to get around. All that, I still run better. A lot better.
Falling behind to the car in front in sector 2. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Right. Tires look all right. So yeah, I figured they'd come up once they start getting faster.
This has been your personal best.
All right, much better. Close in on this M4, and they're great looking cars, especially the rear end. The back of the car really looks good. I like all of it. I still like the grills. It's all right.
We are at the halfway mark. Still a long way to go.
Brake, or trail brake, I should say. At least on that corner. Still wide open, just missing a little bit. Lexus decided to go now. Yeah, he's right on me. It's kind of weird. Fine through here. Right on my time, so right on my delta. I think I have a little bit better lap. Not as smooth through Rouge as I want it to be. wide open. BMW's going good. He's stronger in places than I am. I'm a little stronger here or there. We're really close. It's like the Lexus. More of his draft to get away from this Lexus. Come on. Come on, Audi. So far, it's doing really good, in my opinion. He's staying right on his delta. I could be driving better, that's for sure, but that's a given. Hard when you're tucked in behind somebody. It can be pretty difficult. Great race.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
Come on, close on them. Come on. Oh, somebody's off. Dang it. That corner's got me for some reason.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Dang it. Just started getting medieval on me. I need to turn the traction control back up.
Car on the left. Alright man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push. Clear on the left.
He had a run on me, so nothing I could do with it. That's my fault, not the car. I think I'm trying to be too aggressive and just let's see if we can have a better lap here. You know, like I said, just going in too hard.
There's a slow car up ahead. The leader has finished the race.
Yeah, really wanted to get in the top 10, but still is competitive.
Alright mate, the race is over. Good job. You did the best you could. Take it easy in the 8th lap.
Decent result. Like I said, I wish I could have I had a top 10 and I just pretty much blew it. It's just that simple. But I think the car is really close. It could use maybe a couple more adjustments that we can go over. But I think on the most part, it's there. It's just maybe just a couple adjustments to tweak it just a little bit better, make it a little bit better. But still, it's erasable. I mean, even at the end there in 25 minutes, I mean, I could hold it wide open through the corners. I just need to do some work in the middle of the corner to get the car to be a little bit more aggressive where it rotates but not slides. So those are the things that I need to look at. So anyway, we'll go from there and meet you right back here, and we can go over the data and just basically go over the setup. Alrighty, well, I'm back, and I had to get some dinner and all that. Let's just take a break for a second, and because I've been doing a lot of laps. You see how dirty and nasty the car is. Really trying to put this setup through the paces. And again, before we get started and finish out this video, I mean, I apologize for a subpar setup really for the Audi here at Spa. I thought it was okay, but it really is not okay. So just not a drivable car, a raceable car that I like to have as far as having a setup. I like to attack. I like to attack the corners, attack the brake zones, and it just didn't fit that. So of course I'll erase that so people don't get confused and look at that and then try it, and then again get more people checking it out and not happy with the setup. So I'm going to erase that video so that way the setup's not there anymore. But this setup, I promise, is a lot better, a lot more my style as far as able to attack. You saw in the race, of course, I mean, I think I could have done a little bit better if I drove a little better, obviously, but also just, you're fighting, just not trying to stay out of a wreck in the first few laps. And of course, if I could have somehow broke away, I think I could have maybe done a little bit better. But I think I improved upon it, changed a few things. So, and we'll go over that again. So I'm sorry this video is a little bit longer, but again, I really like to communicate the best I can, make sure I don't miscommunicate. So we're just going to go over a lap here. Well, a little over a lap. This is the end of the one lap here. Sounds great. You see, it's even in the race, it's wide open all the way. I mean, I'm not even remotely lifting. Good mile an hour there. See the times at 2:18.927. Of course, I started with 50 liters, same I did in the LFM. In the LFM race, it's down to 42 liters now, 41. So again, I think the performance is there. Goes up a Rouge, really good. You can touch that curb there on the inside, and it's okay. As long as you probably don't run it over, but you can touch it, and it's all right. Speed here is good, not as good as the other one, but still, I don't care. That's not, you see that it touched 164 just for a split second. So it's a strong 163, almost 164. I mean, that's only like a mile an hour less than the other one. Which again, that's not that important to me. I look at times and drivability and all those kinds of things is what I really like more. If you can be consistent with it. Goes through this double left really good. Rotates nice. And again, I'm wide open. You can see after I make the corner entry, I'm wide open all the way through there. Now here, you can upshift if you got a good run through here. Upshift to third right here. Going right through here. You can go up to third, but if not, stay in second. Just if you can gain a little bit of time there. try to stay off that curb on the inside. If you just barely touch it, it's okay, but you don't really, you know, you're not going to wreck or anything, but you lose time. Again, wide open the whole way. No problems. Again, good speed. I messed this up a little bit right here. I think I got a little bit too aggressive with the brakes. Again, trying to really push, but it still, you know, was okay, but I probably lost a little bit of time there. That was my fast lap at a 218.92 flat. So you see how consistent that was. I mean, the 218.927 and the 218.920. So I mean, that again, that's what I like. I mean, I like it to be, you know, as consistent as can be. Again, going up a Rouge is no problems. Very, very easy going up a Rouge. So again, I think it's a huge improvement over what the other setup is. And of course, I mean, again, you know, finishing 11th in the LFM race, which I could have done better, but I think the car was there. I mean, it was a raceable. It was fun. It was a fun race. It really was. It was a really good race, and enjoyed myself. Again, you can see all these laps. You know, I did like 27 laps. So, you know, some different combinations, but a lot of them are in the low 219s, and of course high 218s there. But again, you know, you have a lot of, you know, a lot of laps. Now let's go over the setup. We got 25.4 left front, 25.6 left rear, 25.6 right front, and 25.8 right rear. The toe is a negative 0.02 with the camber at negative 3.6. Excuse me. Casters at 13.6. The toe on the rear is a positive 0.05 with the camber at negative 2.9. Now, with this, I tried a lot of toe on the rear, different settings, basically from this all the way to 0.15 on the positive side. So again, you know, the reason behind running the negative toe on the other setup was I was trying to accomplish running a real low wing, but still keeping the rear end behind the car. I mean, that was the goal of it anyway. You know, you're running such a low wing to keep speed up and all these fast turns, but you know, if you do that, you end up, you know, the back end's getting really nervous and ends up, you know, wrecking or whatever. And the goal was try to keep it behind it, and that's why I did that. But you know, it really didn't work because it still made the car was still unnervy and still not the easiest to drive. So again, that, you know, it just didn't work. So instead, going a different direction. That's why I got the positive toe on it. But I did try a lot of different ones, and just seems like the best and the most. You know, you get the decent amount of speed with it, and the car is still stable. Other than that, the negative cambers, I mean, they're all pretty much dialed in. Electronics, I have 3, 3, and 2. And a lot of times, this car is so solid that when you're on fresh rubber, I can turn this down to 2. So it'll be 2. I just start off with the 3 because it's pretty much rock solid. So, and then if later on at the end, if your tires are worn or whatever, you can turn it back up to 3, however you choose. Of course, fuel, I have 50 liters. So, excuse me, that's why I started with LFM. And you can see, I had almost every one of them had light graining on the front, but the wear, look at that, dead even. It doesn't get much any better than that. It's, you know, pretty much, you know, equal front and rear, so I'm really happy about that. Mechanical, got 2 on the anti-roll bar, 52 on the brake bias, steering's all the way down. Springs in the front are 153,000 with a bump stop rate of 700 and a bump stop range of 3. On the rear, the springs are 173,000 with a bump stop rate of 600 and a bump stop range of 15. Anti-roll bar is 4 all the way, and a preload on the diff is 60. This is really almost most of it's different. So again, with the front springs, the car is sliding a lot. With the other one, that's another thing was bad, and that's when you get the understeer. You know, that would cause some of it. Is the understeer is just sliding on the front, And then, of course, with the wing real low, you get the oversteer coming off the corner. So that's some of the negative of that other setup. This here is a lot more, again, you can really feel the front end better. And I tried a lot of different diffs all over the place, and 60 just seems the best. 50, it just mid-corner, it just seems to want to spin a tire or upset the car, and I needed to, to dig and go. I mean, I tried even 70. It didn't seem too bad, but there's a few corners that I think I lost some time because of it. So again, I just think 60 is the best I could find. Now in that race, I ran a stiffer rear spring. I ran a one. This is the spring I ran in the race, and I think that was the problem with some of those mid-corner slides that I was talking about. That I need to see if I can try to get better, and that's what it is. It was just too much rear spring. Maybe if you had a full tank of fuel, topped off 100 and something liters, maybe that would be all right. But with 50 liters, you really don't need it. It's just too much spring, and you get that mid-corner slide, which I hate. I don't like those. So once I took the springs and knocked it down a click, one click, it's a lot better. The only way you slide now is if you really brake all the way through the corner. Other than that, everything else is good. Now, if the car rotates too much for you, do a click on the anti-roll bar. Knock this to 3. I tried back and forth, and I really couldn't decide. Sometimes I really like it with the 4, and then other times I don't know, it isn't. So I just left it at 4, but just keep that in mind that if you think the car is oversteery coming off the corner more than you like, just come back and click this off one click, and it should be a lot better. Or maybe your track conditions are, don't have enough grip and it slides too much. Just come back and click this down 1. So that's all you got to do. So just giving that shout out there so y'all be aware of that. But I think it is a little quicker with this. So shocks. Let's see, we got shocks. We got left front. We have 20, 2, 12, and 34. And the right front, we have 20, 2, 12, and 33. On the left rear, we have 13, 4, 17, and 8. And on the right rear, we have 13, 5, 15, and 8. So again, those are different than that was on the other setup. And of course, when you change changing the balance and changing springs and all that stuff changes on the Motec. So I can show you. There's the data. Go down here to the fast lap. Just click on that. So I already made a couple clicks adjustments, but you can see they're really close. Like this one here is 48.8, so I increased it a little bit to try to get it up over 49 between 49 and 50. So I already did that. I clicked the fast bump up a little, just one click I think it was, or 2 clicks, 1 or 2 clicks up to bring this up a little bit higher, and that way bring this closer to 50. This one here is 51.2. So again, a little bit too much. So again, I click down. So in the bump and the fast bump, that's of course rebound. That's what I don't know if I said rebound or not, but anyway, that's rebound. Over here's bump, and I click that down. So this side's 49.5. So again, I did just a click up on the fast rebound to try to bring this scale up a little bit. So that's good. This one is 50.5. So again, not real bad. I just did 1 click down on the fast bump, 1 or 2 clicks down on the fast bump because it looks like it could be stretched down a little bit farther instead of like that is. And then these here I lowered. This one's 48, like 49 something. Again, I lowered some of the fast bump and fast rebound. This one's 49, 50.2. So again, a little bit down. This one's 49.7, really close. Again, really not bad looking for the Audi. So again, but I did lower it down a little bit just to keep the just a fast bump and fast rebound, just 1 or 2 clicks. Again, very minor adjustments, nothing major. But I think overall, they're very close, and the graphs look really good. So I'm really happy with those. So we'll go over that. I'll be done with that. Aero got 55 in the front, 63 in the rear with a 4-wing and a 2 and a 2 in the brake ducts. So again, this is about the same as the race. Trying to think if I did anything. I don't think so. I think this is. I did try a lot of things, but I was not happy with it, and so pretty much kept it the way it was as it was in the race. But of course, over that other setup is completely different. It's like 2 lower, I think, 2 clicks lower in the front, and of course 2 clicks more wing. Or the other one, I think, it only has a 2-wing. This has got a 4-wing, and it had another click in the brake ducts. And that's another thing. I'm trying to do better with the brake ducts. You can get some more speed out of it, and also, if you can, it's certain tracks it's really hard. Like Paul Ricard is very hard because he gets such a long straightaway. But you really want to have a little bit of heat in the brakes. So this is really, really good because the heat stay in the brakes the whole time. So again, but you need to adjust it to your temperatures. Again, I'm like low to mid 20s. You can see the temperatures, and that's what this my ducts and tires are dialed in for. So if it's really cold, I wouldn't go lower than this to 1 or something unless maybe you're doing a hot lap or qualifying. But I mean, if it's like in the teens or something, you just have to raise the pressures on your tires to compensate for it. But anyway, I sure hope again that you give this setup a try, and I sure hope you give it give me another try as far as trying to set up. I really think it's this one's much improved over what the other one is by far. Definitely more what I like type of setups, as far as racing. And, being able to throw it in there. And you saw the race. It was, again, I've said it before, but it was a really fun race. And I really was happy with the way they were driving. They're driving really well. Nobody was, a couple of little bumps here and there. But, nothing just like I've seen so many times in the past. So I have to say that was really good as far as the driving of everybody in there that I saw. And it was just made it funner. A little bump here, a little bump there, but it was tough racing, and it was a good time. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give me a like and subscribe, and I hope again, the link to this setup will be in the description, and of course I will be racing the other one, so there's no confusion. And I sure hope you come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya.